Hi, welcome back to Food Travel Shopping Channel, and you're watching another Cook Like the Yeungs. So today I am going to be sharing with you my braised beef tongue served with the white pearl onions gravy. A lot of people are afraid to actually make the beef tongue because they don't know how to deal with the actual skin of the tongue. But I'm going to show you to you. It's so simple. It's a must-try dish. It's a melt in your mouth. For those who are watching with us the first time, go ahead and subscribe to the Food Travel Shopping channel and hit the bell notification for our latest video and update. Let me get started here. Okay, so here's the ingredients to make our braised beef tongue with pearl onion gravy. Okay, so for the garlic here, you want to just slightly bruise the garlic here by pressing on it. And the next step is we're gonna put all these ingredients into the pots. You unbox 그거嘢先. Okay, so I have my 8.5 La Cucats here, and I am going to put in the salts here first on the bottom, the thyme, and the peppercorn here. Okay, initially I'm gonna pour in 4 cups of water here first. Alright, so now I'm gonna take my beef tongue and I'm gonna put this in directly here into my oval shape La Cucats here. Okay, so I'm gonna place my onions here on the side. This is just for flavoring. And then 3 cloves of garlic on each side. Like I said, these are just for flavoring. Okay. Okay, go ahead and put my bay leaf here. Add that in. Alright, so we want to add more water. Okay, I'm going to add in another 4 cups of water here. And essentially we want to cover our beef tongue completely with water. Okay, just added another 3 cups here, so total of 15 cups of waters. And now we're gonna bring it to the stovetop and we're gonna boil this up. Once you boil it, and we're gonna lower our flame to a medium heat. Okay, so after 4 hours of braising, let's take a look at our beef tongue here. Okay, wow, look at that. Okay, so after braising for 4 hours, you can clearly see the beef tongue here. The skin is ready to be peeled. We're gonna take this out first. And I'm just gonna put it into a bowl here. I'm gonna let this cool and then we're gonna peel off the skin. Okay, so in a small cucat, I am going to melt my butter here first. Okay, so we're gonna prepare for the gravy. So now at the same time, we're gonna wait for our beef tongue to cool down a bit before we peel off the skin. Okay, so once the butter is bubbly, we're gonna add in our pearl onions. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit salt here, about a 1/4 teaspoon, not too much. Okay, let's season it with some black pepper. Okay, occasionally give it a stir here. I'm gonna add a little bit more black pepper here. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic in. Go ahead and add the thyme as well. Okay, let this cook for a minute. All right, so now let's add the mushroom in. Okay, we're gonna let this cook for another minute. Okay, now we're gonna add the flour in. Okay, I wanna cook this for 2 minutes here in total. Keep stirring them. Okay, so after 2 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and add our beef stock in. Okay, I wanna bring this to a boil. All right, so let's bring this to a boil and we're gonna simmer it until the sauce is thickened. Okay, once you bring it to a boil, we're gonna keep simmering our gravy until it's thicker. So this is gonna take another 10 minutes here to do. So we'll come back. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at our beef tongue. Okay, so let's take a look at how we are going to remove the outer layer of the skin from the tongue. That's the tough part. All right, so you don't want to keep it on if you... Okay, so I'm going to show you how to remove the white skin here because it's really tough. So actually once you braised it for quite some time, look how easy it is. You're just really peeling it off. All right. And a lot of people are very afraid of doing the beef tongue. But I have to tell you, the beef tongue is so tasty. It's so tender. Look at this. I am literally just peeling back that piece of the white piece of the tongue here. So I'm just pulling it. Unfortunately, it's so tender. I actually, when I'm peeling back here in the front, I lost a piece of my tongue. It's not as nice as I wanted, but that's perfectly fine. That's okay. But that's how we remove that outer layer of that skin right there. Okay, it's really tough. And it's really that simple, okay? It's not hard at all. Okay, look how nice it is. All right, so we just need to continue to remove those white part here. And we're just peeling it back. All right, and that's it. Okay, it's so nice. It's gonna be so smooth, it's so tender. When you touch it, it's not firm, okay? It's actually really tender. It's gonna be so juicy, all right? All right, so when you're preparing a tongue like this, depending on how many people you're gonna serve, I recommend you actually slice them and actually slice the only part that you're gonna go ahead and serve. I am gonna serve here the end piece of the tongue here. Okay, so really the back of the tongue. All right, so I'm gonna use a very sharp chef knife here and actually just cut the end piece here first. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this piece here, the bottom part of the tongue. All right, so probably gonna move this here and let's go ahead and start slicing it. Okay, this is so tender and so juicy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue to slice this. All right, so I have 8 pieces. I'm gonna save the rest of the tongue. and I usually won't cut it until I eat it. All right, so this is gonna be so good. Okay, so you can actually wrap this up, or you can actually continue to slice it if you have more people. I'm just serving for a party of 4 here, so I'm just gonna leave this piece, and that's enough. Okay, let's take a look at our gravy here. Now, as you can see, the gravy is a little bit on the runny side. And if that is the case, there is a quick solution. Okay, I am going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and open it up with water here. So let me show you. Okay, so you can take 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay, simply dilute it with some water. All right, you can use your finger to just like mix it in, or you can use a spoon, okay? And then we're just gonna add this in. And it's gonna start thickening up here for us. So you can repeat the process if you want the gravy to be thicker, or you want it to be a little bit more runny like this. All right. But once you cook it a little bit more, you will see the gravy is going to be a little bit thicker. Okay, so at this time when you're cooking your gravy, if you want some pasta to go with it, do that right now. So I'm not gonna show this to you. You can actually pick any pasta you want, but I decided to go with pappardelle, okay? So it's just gonna hug the gravy in this case. Okay, so it is time to taste your gravy a little bit. If it's not enough salt, you're gonna season it a little bit more. So I'm gonna add this a little bit more in. Also gonna add a little bit more pepper here. I just love black pepper. Okay, so finally, with the last 6 minutes of cooking your sauce here, we're gonna put our sliced beef tongue back in, so this will completely meld together the sauce, the gravy I should say, as well as the beef tongue. It's gonna be so flavorful and it's gonna taste so good. I'm gonna be serving my braised beef tongue with the pearl onions gravy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out my 2 pieces of the beef tongue here first. Okay, perfect slice here. Gonna go ahead and just transfer it and put it on top of the pappardelle. Now I'm serving it with the pappardelle pasta. And like I said, you can serve it with any pasta you want, or you can just simply serve it over mashed potatoes. Okay, so I did not show you how I made my pasta, so you can decide in terms of what you wanted to do with that, or you can just have it like this. But I find that it might be a little bit on the heavier side if you just eat it like this, because the beef tongue tend to be a little bit very rich. Okay, so that's really the word that I want. It's very rich in flavor, and 2 pieces is just like, you know, it's gonna be enough. All right, so I'm gonna pour some sauce over it. All right, so finally I'm gonna top it off with my little garnish here on top. All right, so there we have it. This is my beef tongue. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode of my braised beef tongue with the white pearls gravy. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and go ahead and give this a try. The beef tongue is so tender and juicy, it just literally melts in your mouth. This is a must-try dish, so go ahead and try out this recipe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next video and update. Don't forget to subscribe to the Food Travel Shopping channel. Thanks for watching.